when this whole bully by thing happened on New Year, you don't know what मतलब कहाँ पे कौन क्या देख रहा है, what kind of images start getting circulated on social media, and for somebody who goes on the field, or UP में elections भी हैं, so what if one wrong person sees that image and sees me, in person, and comes and physically assaults me, or attacks me. And this one time I remember that I was doing a story on love jihad, when love jihad was really like a hot cake topic in Uttar Pradesh. There were SITs committed to probe love jihad cases, etc., etc. So I was doing a story, and then I remember talking to a person from one of these organizations for that story. And around after 20 or 25 minutes of him bashing Muslims and talking about the Muslim plan to sort of dominate the country in a few years, and how in the next elections Muslims are planning to have their own PM, have a Muslim PM, etc., etc. So he said the worst kind of things that somebody can say. And then after that, like 25 minutes, he asked me, "Madam, aapka naam kya hai?" I would just like to go back in time a little bit, 2017, when the assassination of Gauri Lankesh happened. So at that time, I had just started doing my internship for the Hindu newspaper, and it was my very first internship, and I was just entering the media field, and this happened, and the editor sent me to cover a protest against the assassination, and I was while filing the copy, uh, there were of course like instances of violence against journalists, but then also about how it has risen in the past few years. वो लिखते लिखते मुझे, like, in my mind I was like, okay, am I doing the right thing, am I entering the right industry, the right field, or am I putting myself in too much danger? So it's very sad that a whole new generation of people who want to be journalists, activists, or people who want to change things, they have to really second guess their sort of passions and desires to do positive things in the society. When I was reading up about Gauri Lankesh, so I read up that she had started her own sort of newspaper, and I thought about how difficult it is even in present day times for a woman journalist to actually travel at night, or like a lot of other things. It makes it more difficult to be on the field today. And I just thought about what a woman she must have been, for being a journalist for almost 2 decades, and starting your own newspaper at a time when the industry was so male dominated, and also women were just expected to do soft stories. So I think that is really something that inspired me. I think it's very, very important that alternate media, more and more journalists come up in the alternate media space, because I remember when the anti-CA protests were going on, I was still a student at Jamia. I was doing my masters. I was just finishing my masters, in fact. So around that time, I remember that when there was a shooting incident at the protesters, if you remember. So there was a mainstream TV channel, a news channel, which was for 30 minutes. It showed a program which had the headline that a Jamia anti-CA protester has shot during the protests, which was factually incorrect, because I was right there, and later on also, as the investigation revealed, it was not an anti-CA protester or a Jamia student who actually used arms. It was actually an outsider, right? So the fact that a mainstream channel can show something so unverified, something that can actually cause unrest and disturb, and get away with it, is, I mean, it's absurd, and I think that says so much about the fact that we need more and more people from the marginalized communities. We need more and more women actually to come out and tell their own stories.